If I may have your attention, please, I'd like to welcome you to the newest installment of Modern Saviors.
Tonight, we will study an everlasting mythological trope
that is ever present throughout every pantheon of history, all the way up until
American mythology,
where we see Wonder Woman continue to give the gift of the goddess. From Gaia of the ancient Greeks, who personified the earth itself, to the Egyptian Nut, who embodied the firmament, to the Norse Jord, who facilitated the fertility of the gods. The gift of the goddess has remained constant throughout all of mythology. The unrivaled power of the goddess is her ability to offer her body as the earth. This is unique to the goddess because men lack the ability of fertility. The infant rests in the mother's arms because from there it will grow. You only want your mother when you are sick or sad. This is what the earth provides for all of humanity, the nourishment it needs to prosper. Therefore, the main goddess throughout every pantheon will possess the power to offer her body as the earth. We are plagued with winter because of Persephone's inability to offer herself while she resides in hell. Nut, at the highest ends of the earth, possesses the stars that navigate us through the life we were given. Our secular Mother Nature births and possesses every resource and beauty that we need all the way to the ends of the earth. Even Diana Prince, the last of the Amazons, the estranged princess, offers herself as the earth. Joseph Campbell's myth-making philosophy is eternally relevant to our mission here at Modern Saviors. His work is the key to unlocking the barrier between the myths of our history and our contemporary legends. In his novelized interview, The Power of Myth, he states that when you have a goddess as the creator, it's her own body that is the universe. She is identical with the universe. That's the sense of that goddess Nut thing you saw in the Egyptian temple. She is the whole sphere of the life-enclosing heavens. In other words, the firmament mentioned in Genesis 1:6. Campbell then explains that this is where the woman's superpowers are derived. Her ability to bring forth, nourish, and facilitate life is unrivaled by men. In the great duality of the world, she must uphold her side of the polarity. Campbell then states that it would be natural for people trying to explain the wonders of the universe to look at the female figure. And that's who the goddess is, the field that produces form, the giver of forms. In the story of every hero, she will initially shape who he becomes. We see this in the birth of Jesus Christ to the Virgin Mary, to the adoption of Superman by Martha Kent, and Batman's spiritual reconfiguration at the utterance of her name. The gift of the goddess creates heroes, soldiers, armies, and is found across every story spoke upon the earth. The gift of the goddess is everlasting. Be it Egyptian, Greek, Norse, or American, she will be the earth. We see this most recently in contemporary myth in Absolute Wonder Woman, issue number 2. In Darkseid's twisted and projected version of reality, where heroism is degraded and sin is promoted, Diana Prince is the last of the Amazons, the adopted daughter of Circe, and a child born in hell. She is bound to this realm throughout all her youth. Hell replaces Paradise Island in a world where the devil rules. Well into her youthful adult years, Steve Trevor, as a result of all his battles, ends up stranded in Diana's remote Isle of Hell. They grow close as Steve wrestles with the fact that he may be dead and never return. Eventually, Diana comes to the undying conclusion that Steve must return to the realm of the earth. She realizes that, despite her desires, the world needs heroic, brave men like him, and only she can facilitate that. Although this may be Darkseid's reality, Diana's devotion to the truth is undying. Once she comes to terms with what she has learned about the world above hell, she cuts off her own arm as a sacrifice that allows Steve Trevor to return to the earth. In her divine selflessness, the goddess offers her body as atonement for his passage. This is the most recent demonstration of the gift of the goddess in all of legend. Although it is adjusted to better fit the story being told, once again, it is the goddess, Diana Prince, Wonder Woman, offering her body as the earth. Granted, her arm does not become the literal earth, but it is what allows man to find his way back to it in a realm completely removed from God. It is once again part of the female figure that allows man to be of the earth. Mankind only enters the earthly realm because of Eve's eating of the apple, and only by way of Diana's sacrifice may Steve Trevor return to the living. So that will conclude our study of Absolute Wonder Woman and the gift of the goddess. We see the supreme goddess of American mythology, Wonder Woman, Diana Prince, offer her body as a way for Steve Trevor to return to the earth. That is a contemporary reenactment of how other goddesses throughout all of mythology offered their own body as the earth, because they are able to facilitate the advancement and well-being of life. She is able to allow Steve Trevor to return to the earth through this sacrifice. That is not by coincidence, and that is not random. Wonder Woman's primary function as a goddess is to be the warrior goddess, the princess of the Amazons, the last of the Amazons, the Amazon. And so, it is par for the course for her to offer up her greatest weapon, her arm, to allow man to thrive and to allow man to exist within the realm of the earth. Wonder Woman continues this timeless mythological trope naturally through her ability as the goddess. The goddess and her abilities are unique to her because men are incapable of doing what she can do. However, she cannot save the day if she does not know her own power. It is imperative that the goddess knows her own power and knows how to implement it to allow mankind to thrive, such as allowing Steve Trevor to leave hell and return to the earth to continue to fight for what's right. With that, I would like to say thank you and good night.